welcome back to the A&T Podcast. This is episode 5, week of Christmas. We're here in beautiful South Carolina where it is a chilling 72 degrees today. Very cold. Episode 5. I can't believe we're still doing this. YouTube hasn't censored any of our videos and put us down yet, so that's a plus.
Yep.
We had a wonderful week of football.
Wonderful.
A lot of great games, a lot of good college matchups. NFL was a fun
weekend.
games.
Sure.
So let's just jump into it. Let's get started with the college football playoffs. Last Friday it was Alabama at Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
What we expected. It was
everything we expected.
It was a great game. I put money on Alabama, and I was a little worried in the first quarter. Alabama didn't have a single first down in the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma scored very quick. It was 17-0 in the first quarter, but Alabama does what they do. They turned it around in the second quarter, and they ended up tying it up, mostly from that last-minute pick six.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
Baller. Yeah, baller.
Draft stock going up.
Yeah, that's right. So the final score of that game, Alabama 34, Oklahoma 24.
Good game.
Yeah, it was a great game. Ty Simpson, he had 232 yards, threw for 2 touchdowns, had no interceptions. And last time these two teams played, he had 3. So
what a difference.
What a difference.
But what a clash of defenses to watch each other. It was just so amazing watching 2 high-powered SEC defenses go against each other all night. It was crazy. I don't know. It was like 11 just hype men on the field. Like, everybody running to the ball every play. It was just can't teach hustle.
And Oklahoma's defense, they looked great.
Stout.
That first quarter, I was like, damn, Alabama don't have a chance. This game's over.
They forget. Brett Venables, that's what he does. He's a defense guy. Once they get their offense to match them, they'll be dangerous. But unfortunately, they couldn't match that Alabama Crimson Tide. I changed your mind because you were about to pick Oklahoma.
Yep.
If y'all see us on our TikTok, I showed where we picked Bama and I said give me Bama. So if you were a bettor of that game and you listened to the podcast and betted on that game, congratulations, you made some money on it.
Big money, yeah. You can go take your wife or your girlfriend out for some nice steak.
Well, if you're watching this podcast, probably take your parents out. Kidding.
Oklahoma, they had a total of 362 yards on offense. Alabama was 260. So, yardage-wise, Oklahoma was the better team. But that pick six in the end of the second quarter really changed the tide for the game. What else we got on that game?
Oklahoma's turnovers. You was talking about Alabama's turnovers. We didn't talk about Oklahoma's turnovers. It's crazy how much difference starts in the year. Like you said, beginning of the year, 3 for Alabama. And then in the playoffs where it mattered, Oklahoma had 2. They had the fumble. They had the, what was it? What's it called? They had the punt fumble, and then they had the late missed field goal. So it's just like.
And speaking of special teams, I think that was the losing factor for that game. Their field goal kicker had 2 missed important field goals. Their punter, I don't know what the heck he was doing. He went to go punt the ball. He had the ball here to go drop and kick, but it's like his foot didn't move, dropped the ball, then picked it up and tried to punt it, and it just got blocked. So I think that was the factor of why they lost was because of the special teams. You had those 2 field goals at 6 points. They lost by 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then that punt. And then the punter also shanked one later in the game, too, for like 30 yards.
Punters, I don't know what was going on. In NFL, too.
Yeah.
Punters and kickers, they're on the hot seat. I don't know what they got going on.
So I think that was between the pick six and the special teams. I think that was the reason Oklahoma lost because Oklahoma looked like the better team. Once again, Ryan Williams, I don't even know if he even played. It wasn't much stats. I think he had 2 catches for.
He had a late game catch, but it was.
He also had like 4 drops. So, but
Ryan Williams, congratulations, you're LSU Tiger.
But with that being said, the whole Oklahoma kicker staff and the kickers, go ahead and get them chopping.
Get them chopping, please.
Because you are officially out of the playoffs. So go ahead and give me about 25 up downs.
Oh my gosh.
With that being said, since Alabama won, they do move on, and they do play the number 1 Indiana. I think that game is going to be sometime in January. I think it's January 2nd.
January 2nd,
January 2nd, and it's going to, what is this, the Rose Bowl? Yep. So that's going to be a great game. I think Bama's going to take care of business. Indiana hasn't played anybody this year other than Ohio State, and we saw how close of a game that was. And SEC's a different type of ball game. So
Early prediction.
We'll get more into it closer to the game. But that's it for the Alabama-Oklahoma game. Our next game, do you want to do it?
Yeah. So we had your big U-Dogs from University of Miami, the U, going against the Texas A&M Aggies. It was a crazy game, but in reality, it was a very unsatisfying game for me because I was expecting a lot more out of each team. But at the end of the day, defensive stands, they proved me wrong. I was saying last week that I think the SEC defense was going to stand stout, and they did to a certain point, but Marcel Reed was just giving the ball away that game. And it's just like, I was just texting you about it. I'm like, I mean, with the scouts at the next level are looking at this guy, and they're like, well, what am I seeing that I haven't seen? They're going to send him to the league to be a slot receiver. Like, I don't know what is going on. You have that high-powered offensive line that we've been bragging about all every podcast. They have the wide receivers that want to go and get the ball. But it's just like when it comes down to it, because Carson Beck did not play his best game by far. He did not. No. The final score was 10-7.
Yeah, and I think it was 3-3 in the fourth quarter.
3-3 in a chance. I think it was like the announcers are going crazy. Like, it's the first time in history this has ever happened. It was just very, I don't know. It was very disappointing. But I digress. We can go without. Again, like we said, the final score was 10-3. They were playing at Kyle Field, which is crazy.
104,000 in attendance, too.
And then you look at the defense and we're holding the 10 points. But then the offense is like, what are you doing? This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, these guys are supposed to blow Miami out the water. And this is the game that give the committee that saving grace. They'd be like, oh, I told you, Miami did deserve to be in. And then it's like, okay, what about JMU and Tulane? Defensive battle, obviously, they just grinding it out. Crazy windy conditions. I have bet on Carson Beck's over on passing, and Tyler was like, that was a free donation, which it was. Because you look at the ball, it was like they had to hold the ball to kick it off.
Yeah. And I think that was, what was it? They had like 3 or 4 missed field goals that game, too. The wind definitely played a factor in the game, but there's no excuse. 3 points going in the fourth quarter.
No excuse. As an SEC team, that made the SEC look bad. But the ACC, go Tigers, doing what they do. Miami's 2-punch running back offense was just going crazy last night. We was talking about them Florida boys. They proved me wrong again. The running back, the upperclassman running back, Mark Fletcher, had, 172 rushing yards. It's hard to lose a game.
Yeah, he had a great game.
And then they got the freshman, the Tony dude, I forgot his first name, baller, late touchdown in the game, over 100 yards. When Carson Beck, it must be nice for Carson Beck to have that outlet to where he can just be like, okay, here you go. Because I can't throw the ball 20 yards, just take it and run it. And these guys I'm watching this game, these guys are running hard and fierce. Like they don't got a game next week. But anyway, Carson Beck, ChatGPT said modest. I don't think it was modest at all. I think it was piss poor performance.
It was.
Piss poor performance. Malachi Tony, I'm sorry, that was his name. Late TD to seal the game for them boys. And then defensive highlights, the Canes were all over the field on defense, making Marcel Reed see ghosts. He threw an interception and a bunch of strong stops in the third and fourth quarter that kept them bottled up, A&M. And then Miami, with that win, moves on and earns a spot against number 2, the Ohio State University. So Julian Sain and Jeremiah Smith, hope you guys are ready to go watch that. Fun defense and a game plan for it. Again, Mark Fletcher, 172 yards. One of those runs for 100 or for that was a 56 chunk yard run. It was again crazy. Mark Fletcher doing what he always does. Very excited for him whenever he does go to the draft. Tyler?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. It was definitely a running game. Wasn't much passes going on because of the wind. But at the end of the day, you can't go back and change it. That's the score of the game. So Miami does move on. They play Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl, and we'll get more into that next week whenever it's closer to the game time. But I think that's all we got for that game there. Our next game we got was the Ole Miss Rebels versus the Tulane Green Waves. We kind of predicted this was going to happen.
Cover the spread.
Yeah, We had no Lane Kiffin this game, so we thought maybe the score wouldn't have been so high, but we were wrong. Ole Miss handled business. It was 41-10. They had over 300 yards on offense with 3 total touchdowns. Man, I could have told you this was going to happen. Ole Miss was going to just blow them out the park, and that's exactly what they did. So I think the first time they played, the score was about the same too.
History repeating and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't even like going over it because it'd be like, what do we like?
Yeah. Well,
we got to.
Vic Saban actually said it pretty good before this game started. He was on the Pat McAfee show talking about JMU and Tulane being in the playoffs, and he was like, if you don't see that the MLB they'll take the champion from the AAA division and then throw them in the World Series. You just don't see that happen. They have their own division, they have their own championship, and I think that's what needs to happen to these smaller leagues here. I think Tulane and JMU, there should be their own college football playoffs where they're in, where it's more fun to watch because it's tough putting. Yeah, it's not fair. Throwing these in here for these big high SEC teams and Big Ten and ACC teams. So hopefully the committee next year they do something different. I don't know.
Don't force Cinderella stories in college football playoffs.
This isn't March Madness.
Yeah,
right.
Don't put St. John against. I don't know.
Yeah. So Trinidad, he threw for 307 yards.
Ooh.
He rushed for 112. So pretty damn good. Their defense showed up. Ole Miss, they forced 3 total turnovers for the game. Okay. Tulane, they just couldn't keep up. I mean, once again, you got an American Division Conference League playing against the best conference in the country, the SEC. So I don't know what you would expected to happen.
I mean,
we did.
Like I said, we called it. The spread was at 30.5, and they still covered it, which is absolutely crazy.
Right.
Again, Tulane, shout out to y'all for even making it. I know y'all probably had a fun trip up there, but in the back of y'all head, y'all knew what time it was. Ole Miss, good job for doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Again, games like this is kind of hard to cover, especially in the playoffs. And it's not necessarily hard because we can give you facts and knowledge, but it's just not fun to watch a bloodbath like that. And you know it's going to be a bloodbath. It's like going to the park and then, you know what? I'm not even, screw it. It's just bad. It's just Tulane, good luck next season. Ole Miss, get ready to face somebody new. You guys had a great warm-up, but they move on. So they play, who would they play now? Or they would go into...
I think they play Texas Tech. Isn't that right?
Texas Tech. That's the other team. I was like, okay. Texas Tech. Okay. Ole Miss versus Texas Tech.
Texas Tech or Georgia. It's one of those 2 teams.
Would it be Georgia?
Yeah, it's Georgia. So, Oregon's going to play...
Georgia.
It is Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Oregon plays Texas Tech.
That's going to be a good one,
yeah.
I feel like. Well, Texas Tech, they got that linebacker dude who thought he was going to be in the Heisman race, ain't it? That dude? I don't know. Any early predictions for that game? When you think of Georgia versus Ole Miss? You going Dogs?
I'm going Dogs.
Go Dogs!
Go Dogs.
As an early prediction, we move on into the next game where we will cover number 5 Oregon putting the belt to number 12 James Madison Dukes. Oregon 51, James Madison 34. Hey, 34 points.
Well,
34 points. But you gotta take that with a grain of salt, because I think they had the red shirts and the first.
I was just about to get into that. We expected this to happen. It was going to be a blowout, in which it was. Mm-hmm. And I know someone's going to say, "Well, Tyler, JMU scored 34 points." Yeah, they did, but it was also 44-6 at halftime.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm gonna pull these stats up here that I got for you. So, after halftime, let's go right here. Let's start with the defense. So on defense, there's 11 guys on the field, right?
Mm-hmm.
These are stats. These aren't players who played. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 27 players on defense had stats and there's only 11 on the field at a time. So that means everybody played. You're probably the red shirts probably played.
That is crazy.
All your second and third string played.
All the family come out.
Yeah. I mean, after the starters definitely played in the first half, and it was a blowout. And Oregon, they definitely took out their first string, let them recover because they got a big game next week against Texas Tech. And they let all the youngins play, and they surely played. But
what a time to be a Oregon Dub.
Oh, right. And then even for the receivers, too. I mean, max, you're going to have 4 receivers on the field at one time. But these are stats. These aren't who played. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 receivers.
Everybody touched the ball.
Everybody played. And same with the running backs. The running backs, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 running backs carried the ball. So, yeah, JMU scored 34, but the 34 they scored were probably against the third-string freshmen.
The coach's sons.
Yeah, pretty much.
GAs.
The alumni who donate the most money, their sons definitely got to play.
And they'll be donating again.
Dante Moore, Oregon's quarterback, he went 19 for 27, 313 yards, 4 touchdowns. He did have 2 interceptions. But
little blemish.
they still won, so what does it matter?
Who cares?
James Madison, their quarterback, he was 23 for 48, 273 yards, 2 touchdowns. Wayne Knight, their running back, he was 17 carries for 110 yards, no touchdowns. And their leading receiver was Nick DeGenero. I don't think I pronounced that right, but 5 catches, 90 yards, 1 touchdown. So on paper, it looked like a good game, but when you watched it, if you watched it, it was not. I know that I didn't watch it because I was watching the primetime NFL game that night, the Bears.
Ooh.
So we'll get to that here in a minute. But with that being said, Oregon does move on. I believe Oregon does play Texas Tech. I don't know the date or time yet, but that's going to be a very good game. I think these are both really good teams. The next round of the playoffs should be very, very fun to watch. Should be very close games. So we got a lot to get into next week when we start talking college football playoffs again. But with that being said, I think we're wrapping up college football right now. We're going to get straight into the NFL. And the first NFL game we're going to get into is going to be that Thursday night game, and it was the Rams versus Seattle Seahawks.
That was a great game.
That was a great game. And if you were watching the podcast, I told you, put your money on Seattle. And,
yeah, he did.
And, man, I was nervous that game. I actually ended up turning it off. And it went and laid down. And then right at the end of the game, I had about 10 phone calls and about 100 texts from Biscuit telling me, turn it on, turn it on. And, man, I turned it on. Went in overtime, and they had the craziest two-point conversion?
Yes, it was a crazy
that we've ever seen
ever in my life
in NFL. So it was for those who didn't see it, it was a backwards pass, but when the quarterback threw it, it bounced off a defender's head, ball rolled into the end zone. Everybody thought the play was over. Seattle player walked over, grabbed the ball out of the end zone and handed it to the ref, and the ref threw the signs up for a touchdown. Craziest score I have ever seen, but that helped them go into overtime and win the game.
Nevertheless, you got to give Caleb Williams his credit. The man did big time cojones play right there. That was a drive. Drove him from the 20-yard line and put it in the end zone.
Sam Darnold.
Who?
Seattle.
I said Caleb Williams, bro. I'm so stupid. Sam Darnold, I'm sorry. Same thing. Sam Darnold went down the field. Big cojones.
Yeah.
This is why I need a host. Went down, and then what he's supposed to do, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
He had a great game.
Balling. I think he's leading receiver in the league.
I think so too. I think he's number 1.
Is he his second year or first year?
Maybe second or third. So that was first. He played last year.
Balling.
He was 4 yards short of a 100-yard game. 8 catches, 96 yards, 1 touchdown. Sam Darnold was 22 for 34, 270 yards, 2 touchdowns. He also had 2 interceptions. The Kenneth Walker? He had a great game. 11 carries, 100 yards. He had a touchdown. It was a great game. I thought I lost money. I thought the Rams were going to win, and I'm glad they didn't because I ended up making out pretty big. Matthew Stafford, the front runner for the MVP, he had a great game. 24 for 49, 457 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Three of them things.
I think the star of the game, even though they lost, was definitely Puka Nacua.
Ooh,
He
read
had
them
a
stats.
great game, man.
Read them. We
12
called it.
Yeah.
We called it. Fantasy owners, we called it on this podcast.
Yeah. 12 catches, 225 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And the touchdowns he had were very impressive. Just a great game, man. It was a great way to kick off the NFL this week, and man, it was a fun one to watch.
They kept it close throughout the game because, like, the first quarter, it was 3-7 Seattle's way, and then when it came to the second quarter, I said Seattle, Los Angeles scoring 10 points. Third quarter, Los Angeles scoring 10 points, and then when it started to get to that fourth and overtime, they only scored 7 points, to where Seattle has scored 7 points and 16 points in the third and fourth quarter, and 8 points in that overtime, taking the lead by 1 point. Again, Sam Darnold, I don't know where this has been at all your career, but I'm happy to see you on that pedestal, doing what you're supposed to do and what you got drafted for. But you got to give a round of applause to Matt Stafford, MVP caliber season, doing what he do. Any type of a big-time game, everybody know the playoff implications when it came to this. This man is throwing 3 touchdowns. It's just showing you doing it in front of his daughters, face of adversity, lying in his heart. Detroit, I know you guys missed this guy. Great game. Besides me blowing up Tyler because he was asleep, I don't know what else to say about it. It's a great all-around. It's a good NFL game.
It was.
Winter football, you gotta love it. I don't know.
Yeah. And, I don't know if off the top of my head, but did Seattle just clinch a playoff spot?
Seattle?
Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my head. They should have. They lead the NFC.
Yeah, I think they might have.
They lead the NFC.
I know the Rams have clinched it. I think Seattle might have clinched it too. But yeah, like you said, man, overall great game. I hate that I missed the second half, but
it is what it is. That money didn't miss. Take us into the next game.
Yeah, so the first, this was a Saturday game. The first game of the day was the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Washington Commanders. It was kind of a close game at first, and then the Eagles took over like we expect them to do.
Of course.
Jaden Daniels is hurt. They got Marcus Mariota playing quarterback, which he's still a great quarterback. He's won the Heisman. Let's not forget about that.
Bring it up every time.
Yeah, but it's the Commanders. I don't think they're as good as they were last year. But yeah, the Eagles won 29-16. You got some stats for us on this game?
Yeah. So Eagles, Jalen Hurts, quarterback. Love him or hate him, he's your quarterback. Eagles fans. 22 for 30 through the air. Not bad. Pretty high completion. Now, Jalen Hurts only had 185 yards, but he had 2 touchdowns. So that yard is really not mean nothing if you're putting the ball in the back of the end zone.
That's right.
Barkley doing what Barkley does to fantasy owners. He's been quiet a little bit during the season, but now he's starting to turn back up when it matters. 21 carries for 132 yards and a TD. Prima donna, A.J. Brown. Non-reception for 95 yards. Then we got our boy Devontae Smith. 6 receptions for 42 yards and a touchdown, balling out, doing what he do. If we go to the Commanders side, Marcus Mariota, 7 for 14, 95 yards. Marcus, NFL, anything under 150 yards isn't going to win you a game through the air, buddy. I hate to tell you. Rodriguez Jr., their running back, I guess Ja'Cory Mercer gets hurt or something. 15 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown, doing what he can do to keep them boys in the game. Terry McLaurin, 3 receptions for 53 yards. He's been very quiet this season, I think due to injury. Then you got your boy Deebo Samuel chasing the money, bro, or chasing whatever it was, and I feel like it bit him back in the butt because as soon as he joined, Jaden got hurt. He saw all that stuff in San Francisco, and look at San Francisco now.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. 3 receptions for 35 yards. The Eagles improved their record to 10-5, where the Commanders' record falls to 4-11. Very disappointing for the Commanders' season, obviously. Again, Marcus Mariota, you got to do better than that if you want to keep guys in the game. The Eagles doing what they're supposed to do, staying towards the top of the NFC. They know the NFC is no joke this year. NFC is no joke. Usually it's the AFC that's been top dogs for a while. But with Pat Mahomes out, everything's switching out. The NFC, hey, if you're in the NFC right now, good luck. Good luck. There's a lot of good teams in the NFC right now. Well, any thoughts on the game? Did you get to catch it a little bit or what?
No, I was unfortunately I was at a funeral, so I didn't get to watch much of these Saturday games. Just some of the recaps. But no, I wasn't expecting anything different than what happened. I knew that it was going to be a low-scoring game because the Eagles are just, for some reason, not having a high-powered offense like they usually do. They're winning games, but they're not blowing out games.
Mm.
So, but the Eagles, I think they are hungry to get another Super Bowl, which it's gonna be a toss-up this year. There's a lot of good NFL teams that I didn't think were going to be good this year are really good. So I think it was a good game. I think they were expecting to win and they won.
So take us into the next great game for that Saturday. We were kind of spoiled Saturday.
I think that they scheduled this game mostly because nobody wanted to watch the Oregon JMU game.
Promise you.
If there's any JMU fans out there, I apologize.
Sorry, Dukes.
But we have the Packers were at Chicago, and very early in the game, Jordan Love did get hurt with a concussion. I was like, man, this game's going to be a blowout, and I was wrong. Packers handled business. They were playing very good ball. Who was their backup quarterback?
Malik Willis.
Yeah, he played very well. And their defense played really good, even though Michael Parsons is out. Their defense showed up and played.
Mm-hmm.
And one of these games, I put my money on the Bears. Getting close to the end of the game, I turned it off. I was upset. I was like, damn, I just lost again. And thanks to my buddy Armani, he texted me and blew me up again. He was like, you got to turn it on and they're coming back. And I turned it on. Game went into overtime. And I had the option to do an early payout, which I should have never done. But when Green Bay fumbled the ball going into the end zone in overtime, I did my payout. And, of course, the very next play, Caleb Williams threw a deep ball for a touchdown to win the game. So it was a great game. It was a very good game. Malik Willis, he was 9 for 11, 121 yards, one touchdown. And he played good for a backup. I mean, that was really good.
ESPN is disrespecting him by having his Titans jersey picture on there. That's crazy. Hey, he was QB1 until that boy Will Levis came in town, and everybody was buying his card.
I forgot about Will Levis. Where is he at?
Everybody was buying his card. And he's like, this is worth money. This car's going for $100. Beats out Malik Willis, and then he has like a 3-1 season and gets hurt. And he trucked a couple linebackers there, but I was like, oh my God. But anyway, we digress. Malik Willis been in here. He got drafted as the #1 quarterback to the Tennessee Titans when he got drafted, and people saw the potential in him. He was never a bad quarterback. And every time I see Malik Willis play or have an opportunity to play, he balls out and do what he do. To come in here at Soldier Field, and I understand you lost, Malik. So if you're watching this, thank you, first of all. I understand you lost. But at the end of the day, to come to Soldier Field and do what you did, it was very impressive. That Bears defense behind Ben Johnson is no joke at all. So kudos to him. Did you read out the stats or did you read out the stats?
Oh, you can go ahead.
Okay, so cool. Malik Willis, 9 for 11. I know it doesn't seem a lot, but like we said, he came in the second half. Or was it the second quarter?
I think it was the second. It was early in the game.
Okay. 121 yards and a touchdown. 9 for 11. Hey, very high completion rating. Then we had Wilson, their running back for the Green Bay Packers. He had 14 carries for 82 yards. Then we had that receiving core that nobody knows their names. Romeo Dobbs, 5 receptions, 84 yards, and a touchdown. Musgrave, I think it's Cole Musgrave, 3 receptions for 38 yards. Then your boy, Mr. Reliable Josh Jacobs, 12 carries for only 36 yards. Kind of hyped him up. Should have read the stat first. Tell us about the boys on the Bears side. The Bears.
Caleb Williams, he's been sneaky, especially in the second half. I think all their wins this year kind of been comeback wins in the fourth quarter, at least the games that I watched. But Caleb Williams was 19 for 34, 250 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. The completion percentage doesn't sound very great. It was a great defensive game, but when it mattered, he threw the ball very well, and it counted. Mm-hmm. So we have what's that?
All you can ask for.
That's right.
My bad.
We have DeAndre Swift, 13 carries, 58 yards, and DJ Moore, 5 catches, 97 yards, and 1 touchdown. And I believe that was the game-winning catch was that touchdown he had too.
Baller alert! That was a dot right here in the 4.
Oh yeah.
And then he laid out on the ground. I thought he was. But then hey, he did what he did. So final thoughts on the game. What a shootout! What a game! Winter football, you gotta love it, bro. Yeah. I'm awake now. You gotta love it. Winter football. If you guys don't know, by the way, we usually shoot this podcast at night. And I am not an early morning person. But for Tyler and for the people at A&T Podcast, I got here 30 minutes late, 8:30 a.m. so we can shoot this because my man's a busy man. He got stuff to do. And anyway, we digress. I'm here, though. Great game. Just very, very exciting. Very, very, very Bears and Packers. They ate each other. Mars. Remember Mars? Mars, if you're watching this, I'm going to send this to you, Mars. The Bears still suck. Get back on Whatnot and give us some deals, buddy. Tyler, take us into the next game.
Yeah, so that's it for the Saturday games. We're going to the Sunday slates, the 1 o'clock games. We'll start off with the Los Angeles Chargers at the Dallas Cowboys. Eric, if you're listening to this, I supported you. I put my money on Dallas. And just so you know, this will be the last time I ever put money on Dallas.
He's coming by Christmas to collect his money he lost.
Yeah, I need my rent. So the Chargers, they ended up winning 34-17. Man, I was watching this game. I was like, all right, back and forth. Oh, Chargers are up. Chargers have maybe Cowboys come back. Damn, Chargers scored again.
They started running away with that.
Yeah. So wasn't what I expected. Bad bet on me. So Justin Herbert, who's 23 of 29, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Let's not forget, this man does still have a broken hand with screws and plates in his hand, but still balled out. He wants it bad. He wants to go to the Super Bowl. Only way to do that is you keep winning games. So Hampton, 16 carries, 85 yards, 1 touchdown. And Quentin Johnson, he had 4 catches, 104 yards, 1 touchdown. If anybody has him on fantasy, you had a great week.
People used to hate him last year, dude.
Well, I have him on my bench, and that.
Oh my God! You're one of the people.
Yeah, that's me. Dak Prescott, he actually didn't play too bad. 21 for 30, 244 yards, 2 touchdowns. Late in the game, he did throw a deep ball, and it would have been perfect if the receiver just would have kept running the ball. I didn't understand that. He had the defender beat, and the receiver just stopped running, looked back, and there goes the damn ball. It would have been a bomb of a touchdown, but.
Could be giving up on the plays.
Yeah, but Dak, man, you got all these weapons. You just gotta connect. George Pickens, leading receiver, 7 receptions, 130 yards. He had Dak Prescott threw a dot to him in the end zone for a touchdown. But man, you gotta finish. Unfortunately, that 1% chance to make it to the playoffs is officially gone. So you guys, Cowboys, are just playing for pride and stats at this point. Jerry Jones, man, gotta start coughing some of that money up, man. Get this team a defense, get them an O-line. Dak, unfortunately, I think you are a great quarterback. I just think you're on a bad team, but they will never let him go. He's gonna retire, a Cowboy. So you got anything for that game?
Like you were saying, yeah. Jerry, all that money is 6 and 8, bro. I don't know what more has to happen or how long it has to happen for y'all just to keep saying it. And I think what the front office is, everyone's scared of Jerry, so no one's gonna tell Jerry no. Right. You know what I'm saying? No one's gonna tell, not from his kid. Nobody's gonna be like, Jerry doesn't have that guy be like, hey, dude, you're messing up and you suck right now. Right. He's just gonna fire you. He's gonna find a yes man. So I feel like that's the biggest problem. And then again, Dad, dude, the stats are there. Every Cowboy fan loves to bring up their stats because they're so good, but they just don't mean nothing. They don't mean nothing when it comes down to it because you guys aren't doing nothing. So we digress. Chargers improved to 11-4, while the Dallas Cowboys fall to 6-8-1. I forgot they tied with the Packers. This is solid.
Yeah, first game of the year. In NFL, I know you're probably never going to listen to our podcast, but if you are, can we do something about the ties?
Please.
I mean, this is ridiculous. This is the best of the best, and you're going to end the game in a tie. We gotta change that up. Dude, you know what cracks me up about Cowboy fans?
What?
Every year before the season starts, they're like,
it's
our year, man. It's our year. We're going to make it.
It's that delusion in Dallas. All that oil smoke going in their lungs and out of their head. Next game, though, we had your Joe Burrow-rights. No, I'm just kidding. Your Cincinnati Bengals versus Quinn. I was about to say Tua. Quinn Ewers, Miami Dolphins. Final score was 45-21. Wasn't expecting a lot at the rookie start. They're not a rookie, right? Rookie.
Yeah, Quinn's
Yeah, rookie.
Yeah.
Just to digress, remember his draft day with all the mounts and stuff in the background? He was just sitting there waiting. It's hilarious. We get into the stats. That boy Joe Shiesty, 25 for 32, 309 yards with 4 TDs, balling out. That boy Chase Brown, if you had him on your fantasy, great flex player.
Yes.
12 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown. Another thing about Chase Brown, we was talking about, he gonna catch that ball in space too and make some moves. We got your boy Jamar Chase, Mr. 7-11, 9 yards, 9 receptions for 109 yards, doing what 7-11 do. But the 1-2 punch, what makes the Cincinnati Bengals offense so dangerous at times, is that they also got that boy T. Higgins, 3 receptions, 53 yards, and a touchdown. 2 guys who are clearly not receiver ones.
You
can put, as they showed, Joe Flacco back there, and he's going to get the ball to him. It's not that hard. Mike Gesicki, Mr. Gritty, if you ever watch his Gritty, 3 receptions for 35 yards and a touchdown, doing what tight ends do. My thoughts on the Bengals, great stats, but for what? Not playing for nothing. Just get that money, I guess. Doing it for pride, making the fans straight.
And then another stat too, like Armani said, you had Chase Brown on your fantasy team. He probably had over 40 points. He had 4 receptions, 43 yards, and also 2 receiving touchdowns.
Oh yeah, they combined.
Yeah. So 3 total touchdowns. He got 60 yards on the ground, 4 catches. That was a great combination.
Forget flex, put him in RB1.
Yeah. So, but
hit us with some Quinn stats.
Yeah. So Quinn actually didn't play bad.
No,
he threw the ball very well. 20 for 30 passing, 260 yards. But what killed him was the 2 interceptions. You can't win games throwing interceptions. This was his first rookie start. Wasn't expecting much, but he actually threw the ball better than I was thinking. Devon.
H-N.
I want to call him Chain, dude.
H-N.
I like A-Chain though. That sounds cool.
That does sound cool.
H-N. 15 for 81. He did have 1 touchdown. A lot of rushing touchdowns, actually. I didn't watch this game, so first time I'm looking at the stats right here. Jalen Wright, he also had a rushing touchdown. 9 carries for 35 yards. And Malik Washington, 1 carry for 9 yards and a touchdown. So we had 3 rushing touchdowns. That was all the touchdowns they had. Jalen Waddle, 5 catches, 72 yards. No touchdowns. He was their leading receiver. So I wasn't expecting much. I figured the Bengals were going to blow them out, considering they got killed last week against the Ravens. So they had something to prove. Tell me your thoughts on this. I keep seeing a lot that Joe Burrow's trying to leave. I keep seeing pictures of him going to the Vikings. You think they're going to make that trade? The Vikings need a quarterback. J.J. McCarthy ain't him.
Dang, put J.J. McCarthy at number 2. Well, you're going from one terrible offensive line to another terrible offensive line. It's like go somewhere where the line's going to protect you, bro. Like go somewhere where the established offensive line is going to protect you, Joe. If you do get out of Cincinnati, and it's that ridiculous that you got 2 wide receiver ones, and you want to leave Cincinnati. It just so it comes to a point to where it's either coaching or whatever it is, but at the end of the day,
he also wants to stay healthy. I think
can't be mad.
What was it? Burrow had 1 season where he was full healthy. And they ended up going to the Super Bowl.
Then he got hurt at the Super Bowl.
Yep.
But we digress. Bengals improved to 5-10, and then Dolphins fall to 6-9. Crazy, Dolphins still got a better record than them. Next game that we can get into for the Sunday Slayton.
Vikings Giants.
Very boring game again.
It's 16-13. Vikings.
Not like we say. JJ 9 for 14, 108 yards, brother. I don't know. I'm not on the train no more, bro. I just don't think he's that good of a quarterback.
If anybody wants his rookie card, parallel, sell it to you for $1. Trash.
Aaron Jones Sr., 21 carries, 85 yards, which is, trying to put the team on his back. I understand. Jay Jettas had to actually show up this game. 6 receptions for 85 yards. That's from the light end for Jettas, if you ask me. I'm used to him having like 10 catches a game. Jordan Addison trying to do something, 2 receptions for 26 yards, and then they had their boy Oliver at tight end with 2 receptions for 19 yards. If we go over to the Giants side, talk this about your boy Dart.
Jackson Dart. Listen to these stats here. I only threw the ball 13 times. 7 for 13, 33 yards. I mean, we're talking an NFL game here, not a high school game. 7 for 13, 33 yards. He did have one interception. Tracy Jr., 16 carries, 71 yards. Singletary, 11 carries, 47 yards. Yeah, man, it just was a very, very boring game. I think it was all field goals. They might have had one. Maybe a touchdown on defense. I don't know. I didn't watch this game, so this is all news to me. But
I don't blame you.
They did not. This was not a fun game to watch. Vikings did win 16-13. Vikings move on for 7-8. There's a chance Vikings could break 500 if they win the next 2 games. But I don't see it happening. I think J.J. McCarthy got hurt this game. I think he had a hand injury or something. But they brought Max Rosemer in. He was 7 for 9, 52 yards. It just
bad
game. Let's move on. I think both teams need to get them chopping because you wasted 3.5 hours of somebody's life watching that stupid game.
But before we move on, Pat, if you're watching this, you know who you are. The Giants suck, buddy. Giants been sucked. Stuff's just happening. You gotta accept it at this point. If there's a call center you want to use to cry, you got my number, dude. Let me know. Both our teams are not gonna be in the playoffs, so we can watch it together. Pick out some grill, do whatever. Love you, Pat. Next game we got. Go ahead and hit us. Cause screw Baker Mayfield, bro. Ruined my parlay. He sucks.
This game shocked me.
Shout out Oscar.
This game shocked me. The Panthers are actually playing better than I anticipated them to this year.
Balling.
Sneaky balling. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they went to the Carolina Panthers. Panthers won 23-20. I wasn't expecting this to happen. I thought since the Buccaneers lost to Atlanta last week that they were gonna win this game. I was way wrong.
We were both wrong.
So Baker Mayfield, 18 for 26, 145 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. As we talk about, you can't win games if you turn the ball over. Bryce Irvin, 19 carries, 71 yards.
Bryce Irvin. Bucky.
Same shit.
Favorite homeboys. Shout out Bryce.
Mike Evans, he did have the only receiving touchdown for the Buccaneers. It was a moss, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's it was 5 for 31, 1 touchdown. Chris Godwin, he had 5 catches for 30 yards.
Nice.
Who else we got? Who's his name? Mbuka. He was their leading receiver. One catch for 40 yards. Yeah, man. Looking at these stats, you can't win a game with this, man. Baker Mayfield, he did have 4 carries for 49 yards. Yeah, man, I was shocked. I was hoping the Buccaneers would win. I'm glad I didn't bet on this game. But
I watched them close. I watched this game close, but like I said, I just needed for my 3-leg to hit. Also, guys, for my bet swords, I'm staying away from player props. There's no money in it. I'm going straight money lines from here on out until I let you guys know when I don't. Baker Mayfield needed 1 more touchdown pass, and I watched this whole game. And they were on the red zone at least 6 or 7 times, and you only get 20 points out of it. That's terrible. You guys don't deserve to be in the playoffs. I'm not just saying this because I lost money. We go over to the Panthers stats. I was talking to my boy Oscar Ferguson. Shout out Oscar. We were just talking about this in Discord the day before, and he was like, "I'm putting my money in the Panthers against anybody."
Hammer drum.
Hey, no. He was like, "I'm putting my money up against the Panthers against anybody," and we were breaking it down. We were like, "Yeah, Bryce is looking good, but he's happy they won." He made sure to call me. Bryce Young, 21 for 32. 191 yards, but them 2 touchdowns is what you need to improve. Bryce Young is developing before our eyes, guys. You guys ready to give up on him so bad. Rico Dowell, only 9 carries for 29 yards.
That's shocking.
Not a big thing. But that rookie, Ted McMillan, whatever the dude from Arizona, baller alert. He's gonna be one of those guys.
He's gonna be a problem.
He's gonna be one of those guys in Carolina.
He's Hawaiian too, I think.
Uh-oh.
I think he is Hawaiian.
That means he's due for 4,000 yard season. Imagine him, Puka, all of the Hawaiians training together on the iron. Yeah, it's bad. You can throw him there, I guess. He had Ted McMillan had 6 receptions for 73 yards and a touchdown. And that touchdown that he caught, he smoked that DB. Like the DB was like trying to like grab his towel and do this bucket. Coker, 3 receptions for 47 yards, and that boy veteran Chuba Hubbard, 6 carries for 27 yards, making the Buccaneers fall to a 7-8 record, and that playoff dwindle light getting smaller and smaller, while the playoff light is getting bigger for your Carolina Panthers, rising to an 8-7 over 500. So at this point right now, these guys lead the division. This is a big divisional game. The Panthers, who would have thought, number 1 in their division, ready to go in the playoffs? We're talking about the Carolina Panthers. If you told me that 6 months ago, I would have slapped you in the face. You didn't watch the game, right?
No.
Yeah. What for?
You think their ticket prices have gone up?
Oh yeah.
What was it? I think it was like the past 5 years. You could get a good ticket to the Panthers game for about $4.
My buddy Trey Mitchell was trying to pay me to go to the tickets. And I was like, Trey, I don't want to. I'm not going to see that suffer. But Trey, if you're watching this, I know you are happy. That boy finally, years and years in the same seat, watching trash after trash. And now he's getting to see something and you got the seats for it. So shout out to you, Trey. Great game. Next game. Get us to the next one.
Dude. I'm ready to skip over these games that don't matter. Next game, Jets at the Saints. Blowout. I mean,
Run through it.
I don't think there's much we need to talk about. Saints won 29-6.
Mm-hmm.
Jets are just trash. Once again, they're probably going to have another first-round pick, first overall pick, and it ain't going to do nothing with it. So we're just going to completely skip over this game because the next game is going to be pretty decent. One that really shocked me. I was not expecting this to happen. The Bills went to Cleveland and only won by 3 points. If I would have told you that was going to happen last week, you would have told me, no, go home, you're stupid.
I don't know. But hold on, because I just saw this on the same. We can't disclose this because he's a rookie. Charles Shuck did throw 30. They threw the ball 49 times with him. Whew. 32 for 49. I brought through for 303 yards.
And Chris he did have a good game?
Chris Olave? 10 receptions, 148 yards, 2 touchdowns. So Saints fans, sorry we skipped that. I just saw those stats and I had to read them to you. Brady Cook, trash. Jets, trash. Okay, next one, sorry.
Yeah, so it's the Bills at Cleveland. The Bills won 23-20. Josh Allen didn't really have a good game throwing the ball. He was 12 for 19, 130 yards. I don't know why he didn't throw it much. James Cook had a great game. He was one of my running backs I had on fantasy. He had 16 carries, 117 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, man, he had a really good game. Receiving wise, there's not much impressive. I mean, their leading receiver had 34 yards, so they didn't really throw the ball much. It was mostly a defensive game and a running game. Big Shadur Sanders, put the watch, Shadur, 20 for 29, 157 yards, 1 touchdown, and this has been killing him all year. 2 interceptions, man. Shadur, you're throwing to the wrong team, brother.
Shadur, what are you doing? I don't know. Shadur is like I said. Everybody wanted you to win that game. It's just crazy to see how much the Cleveland is getting behind him as a team. Hopefully, Myles Garrett get out of there though. I don't want him to ruin his career there. But
I think he's gonna stay, man.
They're paying him.
I think he's gonna stay. And I mean, how close is he to breaking the NFL record in sacks?
Half a sack away.
Yeah, well, he got a half a sack Saturday.
Yeah, no, he needed 1, so he got a half a sack. I don't know.
Dude.
I feel like at the end of the day, I don't know, bro. It's just like I really, really wanted Shadur to win this game. It looked so good. Like they were playing so good. They were never too far behind. You know what I mean? But
that would have been a huge win too.
It's kind of hard.
I think the city of Cleveland Ohio would have shut down.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to win a game when the running back you're going against is James Cook. That boy James Cook is a dog. 117 yards with 16 receptions, 16 receptions, 16 carries for 2 touchdowns. Behind his quarterback, Josh Allen, 12 for 19, only 130 yards.
Yeah, they didn't throw the ball very much. Their leading receiver only had 40 yards. I'm sorry, 34 yards.
Damn. Wasn't that bad. I mean, again, so any encouraging words for Shadur before we move on?
No, just
Nah.
off season's around the corner. Shadur, you're not going to the playoffs.
Cancun.
Don't go to Cancun.
No.
Don't go to Cancun. You go to the training field, man. Start practicing and try throwing it to your team, not the other team.
Wow.
If you took away those interceptions, they probably would have won.
Yeah, by a field goal or two. Bills improved to 11-4, while the Browns fall to 3-12. So we move on to the next game.
Yeah, and it was Chiefs at the Titans. I figured the damn Chiefs would have won this game.
I like Gardner. Yeah.
But the Titans walked away 26-9. Cam Ward played a pretty decent game. Obviously, he was 21 for 28, 228 yards, 2 touchdowns. Minshew didn't even play for the Chiefs. I didn't watch this game either.
No.
Minshew
Minshew got hurt and tore his ACL second
Uh,
quarter. Then you see the dude playing. You see Ola. I've never heard of this guy named in my life. The quarterback for third string quarterback for the Chiefs.
Ola Dukun.
Ola Shitty Doom. From say South Dakota State. There you go. 11 for 16, 111 yards. Third string quarterback. You know he never thought he was gonna play. Pacheco, 8 carries, 34 yards. Worthy, 2 receptions, 41 yards. Hollywood Brown, 3 receptions, 22 yards. Your boy Juju, 1 catch for 12 yards. Not really much to cover on this game. It was a blowout. Cam doing what you're supposed to do. You already read Cam stats. We want to cover these games, guys, but they're just like look at it. It's bad. Third string quarterbacks versus 3-12 teams. What are we talking about here? No one's betting on them. If you got any of these guys on your fantasy, you're probably not even worried about the playoffs. 6-9 Chiefs fall to, and then the Titans improve to 3-12. This is at Titans Stadium, so good job Titans for beating down a kick dog.
Washed out.
Keep kicking it.
Jeez. All right. So next game, we're gonna try and rush this a little quick. Next game, probably one of the best games over the weekend, or one of the best games. There was a handful of them, but Jacksonville in Denver, and I last week said Jacksonville was gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
I put up some big money. In return, got some big money. Jacksonville, they went in there, took care of business, 34-20. I knew this was going to happen. Trevor Lawrence, 23-36, 279 yards, 3 touchdowns. Travis Etienne Jr. had 16 carries, 50 yards. Not many rushing yards there, but Trevor Lawrence, man, he's playing really good right now. He's playing good football. What you got, man?
That Washington dude, 6 receptions, 145 yards, and a TD. Then you got Jacoby Myers getting in there. But Bo Nix had 352.
Yeah.
28-47. And Sutton, 6 for 86.
Cortland Sutton had a
yeah.
pretty good game.
A little touchdown to add to it.
Bo Nix, unfortunately, I don't know who it was, but Bo Nix put somebody in the hospital. That was a nasty hit. Did you see that?
Well, hospital ball?
Yeah. Like, took him off on a stretcher, wouldn't take his helmet off. You know, most people on the stretcher coming up, they put the thumbs up. He didn't do nothing, dude. I don't know who that was, man. Praying for you, man. Hope for a speedy recovery. As much as we love football, the one thing we hate is players getting hurt. Mm-hmm. This was a sport where no one got hurt. I don't know if many people would watch it, but I hate that when players get hurt, man. It kind of takes the fun out of the game, but it does happen. So we hope for a speedy recovery. And the Broncos, they fall to 12-3. They still clinch the playoff. They're still a great team. Jacksonville is just one of those teams right now that are on fire. So Jacksonville, they're 11-4. They clinched, I think.
They got the bye now because this was like an AFC playoff matchup to determine who's going to be number 1 in the AFC.
Yep.
And now we know the Jacksonville Jaguars. At least they're from our conference or from our division. But very good game. We called a shootout. He took the Jags. I took the Broncos. I thought the Broncos were going to win, but I did not think they were going to lose by 14. So again, if you have money on that Jacksonville, good for you. We can just skim through this next one. We got ATL versus Arizona Cardinals. Kirk did it. You like that. Kirk did it. 21 for 35, 197 yards. That boy's Howard Alligar, 16 carries, 79 yards. Bijan doing what Bijan does. 7 receptions for 92 yards and a touchdown. They had the stats here. They saw the reception stats. So that means that boy was in the field doing what he do. Kyle Pitts, 7 receptions, 57 yards and a touchdown. And Drake London, quiet night, 3 receptions for 27 yards. Kirk getting these guys going. Kirk doing what you do. Great backup. Gotta love it. Jacoby Brissett, 16 for 31, 203 yards. He's been balling this season, but Atlanta had something for him. Well, only 1 touchdown. We got their running back Carter, 11 carries for 65 yards. Higgins, 7 receptions for 91 yards. And then we had that boy Wilson, 2 receptions for 52 yards and a touchdown. I think that Bride's hurt, right? Trey McBride?
He played a little bit, but I think he did get hurt.
Okay, so we've been always, when we talk about Cardinals, we talk about Trey McBride. So fantasy owners, you heard it here first. Go ahead and put him on the
IR.
Please. Falcons fall to Falcons get to 6-9 with this win, while the Cardinals fall to 3-12. Just chalk it up, Cardinals. Start out fresh, sell the team to somebody in Dubai, and you guys get back to it. Next game we got your boys.
No, we'll save that for last. We'll go to the Raiders Texans.
Okay.
The Raiders went to the Texans. Was actually a closer game than I thought. Texans won 23-21. It was kind of a slow game at first. Houston scored first quarter, and then the Raiders finally turned it up in the second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter with 1 touchdown each quarter. Geno Smith, 16 for 23, 201 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Ashton Jeanty actually had one of his longest rushes this year. I think it was for like 60 or 70 yards.
Oh, nice.
24 carries, 128 yards, 1 touchdown. Ashton Jeanty also had 1 catch for 60 yards and a touchdown. So, Ashton, you actually proved yourself this week, man.
Mm-hmm.
You played really good. C.J. Stroud, 23 of 35, 187 yards, 1 touchdown. Nico Collins, 4 catches, 59 yards. And did he green light for you?
No, it was at 65. That's crazy.
Hate that, man. Hate that. Yeah, the Texans, they move on. They're still fighting for the playoffs, but they're playing good ball. I didn't really care for the uniforms during this game.
I didn't watch them.
It was all red. But
okay.
The best game of the night, Pittsburgh Steelers went to Detroit, kicked the door down, took the win home. For all you Detroit fans out there, it definitely was a pass interference call at the end. The touchdown was no good, and old Aaron Rodgers went home with a victory. And man, just a great game. I've been telling Armani all year, Jaylen Warren's a dude. Jaylen Warren had 14 carries, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns. I think his longest rush was like 50 yards. Dude's a freaking baller. I get high when I start talking about the Steelers, man. Kevin Gainwell, 5 catches, 78 yards, 1 touchdown. If y'all saw his touchdown, dude, that was impressive. He fell on his back, had his arm out. The ball landed on his arm, didn't hit the ground, rolled, and he caught it for a touchdown.
Damn.
Darnell Washington's a freaking bowling ball. I mean, just imagine you trying to go tackle a water buffalo.
Yeah, no, good luck. Good luck. I forgot I had Adam Thielen. I picked him up. That was a good one.
We just got him.
Nice.
We actually used him this week.
Yeah, I see. 49 yards.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, he was 27 for 41, 266 yards, 1 touchdown. Jared Goff actually played good ball too, 34 of 54, 364 yards, 3 touchdowns. Wasn't enough to get the win. I think we held them to 15 total rushing yards. Their running game was over. All year you hear Jahmyr Gibbs. Well, where's he at? He ain't played defense like us yet.
Fair enough.
Jahmyr Gibbs, 7 carries, 2 yards.
That's ridiculous. No way.
Yeah, we held
7 carries.
We held them to 14 rushing yards.
Cam Hayward, that defense showing
And
out.
TJ Watt still hurt, so that man is all about that defense. And I'm representing DK Metcalf today because he did go to the sideline, and he claims He said that the fan did not call him the N-word, but the fan was thinking about the N-word, so DK did punch him in the mouth.
DK's a thug, dude. If you're the fan that got assaulted, please call us because we want to interview you. Thug. I'll tell them all. How do you go to it? And then he just plays the game.
Yeah.
So they can't do nothing about it, and everyone's just waiting till the game's over. This is like, oh my God. So what was the final verdict? What was his ruling?
He's going to get all kinds of fines from the NFL, I guarantee it. But
His Lululemon contract will cover it.
But Pittsburgh, they move on to 9-6. Mike Tomlin does progress and has his 19th winning season in a row. This man has never had a losing season since he's been coaching in the NFL. So, congratulations, Mike Tomlin. Keep it up. But, yeah, that's it, man. Pittsburgh got away with the win. I got to put money on my team, and we won.
That felt good.
And that's it for that game. And then the primetime Sunday night game. This was a great game, too. We had the Patriots in Baltimore, and the whole game we were like, oh, man, Ravens going to win. Ravens going to win. And then Drake May does what he does and came away with a win.
Lamar went down second quarter.
Yeah.
And then Tyler Huntley came in. You couldn't tell the difference for a couple quarters. Tyler Huntley was balling, dude.
He played really good. And what I don't understand, someone explain this to me. Derrick Henry was playing really good ball. 18 carries, 128 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then didn't play the fourth quarter. I didn't understand that. Glad he didn't, but
very glad.
I don't understand why he didn't play.
He had to say something in the locker room. I don't know. Because how do you take the guy out that has 2 touchdowns?
Your star player.
How do you take him out? Dude had 128 yards.
He did have a fumble. He did have a fumble that mattered, but that was early in the game. I don't know. Stephon Diggs, he balled out. 9 catches, 138 yards. Drake May was 31 of 44, 380 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Man, this was a nail biter. And of course, all the games I bet on, they're always right there at the wire. But
it was so fun watching it. We were just texting each other like, "Oh my God!" It was so much fun watching it. Great overall game, 28-24, going New England's way. What a game to watch. It was just so crazy to the end. And when you honestly think Lamar goes down, you're like, oh, well, everything's over. Not much.
Tyler Huntley balled out.
Tyler Huntley did what he had to do. But, Derrick Henry, like we said, them 2 touchdowns. Zay Flower had 7 receptions for 78 yards. But I think it was the final play. Zay Flowers went to catch the ball and, bounced off his hands. And, intercepted it in England. And that was it.
Yep.
Oh, no. He was trying to make a move. And he
fumbled the ball.
And one dude just came behind him and ripped it out.
Ball.
And
GG's.
Gotta have that ball protected. It's the craziest thing ever just watching NFL in the wintertime when everything matters and there's playoff implications. And then you can just tell what teams don't care and what teams do care. It's a beautiful thing to watch. Anything to wrap up the segment? How you feel about the week of slate games? You think it was just a lot of money made, good games?
Oh yeah. It was probably one of the best weeks in football to watch.
Christmas.
I was very happy with it. And then, last night, I thought it was going to be a close game. We had the 49ers with the Indianapolis Colts. I ended up putting money on the 49ers, and an hour later, I was texting Armani. I was like, dude, I feel like the Colts are going to just shock the world and win the game. And for the first half, it was pretty close. It was kind of back and forth. Mm-hmm. Phillip Rivers actually played really good. He was throwing the ball. He had 2 passing touchdowns in the first half. And then the 49ers, they just turned it up.
I don't know. Phillip threw a late TD that kind of gave him a little bit more cushion to be like, oh, they got beat by 21. George Kittle could not be stopped. 7 receptions, 115 yards. Christian doing what he's doing, 21 carries, 117 yards.
Yeah, he had a receiving touchdown, too.
Yeah, Brock 25 and 34, 295. We go over to Jawan Jennings, had 5 receptions for 71 yards. Then we go to Old Man Rivers, 2 touchdowns, 277 yards, 25 and 35. Can't ask for much. 16 carries from JT for 46 yards and a touchdown. Our deep ball threat guy, Alec Pierce, 4 receptions, 2 touchdowns, balling, 86 yards. Then you got our boy Josh Downs, 5 receptions, 65 yards. And then Pittman, 4 receptions, 32 yards. making my Colts unfortunately fall down to 8-7, still over 500. And then the 49ers improved to 11-4, looking for their playoff push. As a Colts fan, it hurts, man. Starting off so hot, it going, but die and rep, bleed blue. Can't never do anything else. It just sucks. The Colts, I'm just happy that the foundation is there, and now you just got to build on it and just keep finding the right pieces. But as far as the 49ers, started off slow, lost Fred Warner early. It was like the key of their defense, but they're shown behind that old Jets head coach that their defensive coordinator now. I forgot his name. That guy, that defense, you know what he's doing. He should have just never been a head coach, a straight defensive guy. He should have just balled out. You watched the game. How'd you feel about it?
Yeah, I watched the first half, and I thought it was going to be a close game. It was literally back and forth. One team was scored, and the other team was scored. But I didn't watch the second half. I went to bed early, and the San Fran, they just ran away with it. So I kind of was expecting not this big of a blowout. I think the spread was only 3.5 points. I truly thought Phillip Rivers was going to show out. And he did for the first half, but at the end of the day, four-quarter game. So, but that wraps up Week 16 in the NFL. We unfortunately have 2 weeks left in the NFL regular season, and then we get off into the playoffs, which is going to be really good. There's a lot of great teams, a lot of good games coming up. So,
so the videos will be shorter, better for y'all.
yeah. So, but that wraps up. That wraps up Week 16. We got a lot of good games coming up in Week 17. We're gonna have to get to that probably tomorrow. I got to get out of here. Got to go up and celebrate Christmas with my in-laws. But if anybody's watching today, thank you for watching. Hit the like, subscribe button.
Merry Christmas from the A&T show.
Yep.
Hope you guys enjoy Merry Christmas. And Merry Christmas from Pop Pickles.
Pop Pickles.
Yes, sir.
If you haven't got any to get them.
Farmers Market near you.
They make great Christmas gifts.
Not shout out Bojangles. But again, guys, thank you so much. Love you guys. See you next time.